my dear friends. Now, part 2 of my Snow White and the Huntsman series. Yes, the Huntsman Winter's War. Now, this is the extended edition, but it does have both. Now, this acts as a prequel/sequel to Snow White and the Huntsman. And all I can say straight up, that, wow. Emily Blunt, my goodness. I've never seen you play the bitch role. You play it so well. Returning cast would be Chris Hemsworth, Charlize Theron, Sam Cleft did come back for a scene, and one of those stupid ass dwarfs turn up. Now, this story starts as a prequel, and we see the Huntsman's life prior to when we meet him up in Snow White. How he became the Huntsman we know and love. And we also get to meet his wife. The wife we hear about in the first movie. Now, here's a bit of a continuity I found. Now, she gives him a necklace at the start of the movie, or during the first part, and he's supposed to have worn it all the way through Snow White. As an avid viewer, you would have noticed no cord. Now, I actually noticed that when this came out, when I got this home and watched this put in last week's movie, and noticed no rope. Continuity, error. That's the only major one I found. Then we jump ahead to, I'm assuming, a couple of months after Snow White, where the Snow White, which we only see the back of, she feels like she's been tortured by Charlize's mirror from the first movie and sends it away. That's where it all goes wrong. She asks Sam to find Chris, to find that mirror and take it to the forest that they took sanctuary at, if you remember from the first movie. Hilarity ensues. Now, this movie, I don't know if you noticed, this is not directed from the same person that directed the first movie, nor does Snow White return. There's a big reason for it. If you know the publicity of Snow White and the Huntsman, you should be aware that Kristen Stewart and the director of Snow White and the Huntsman had an affair during the production, which pretty much said Universal, when they were going to make a sequel, said those two didn't come back, and they didn't. So they got another director in, and can I just say, he studied the look of the original to get some ideas about how to bring this to the big screen. I did see this in theaters, and I completely didn't do a review of it. My bad. But then it gave me an opportunity to do it now that I'm doing my series, to look at it a bit more interesting sequence. Now, this has got elements of the Snow Queen, which is what Emily Blunt is, which her whole ability is different from Charlene's. Hers was pretty much based around mirror and her vanity. With Emily, because she was denied love in part 1, her heart turned to ice, and which is where her powers come from. And through that is where her power lies. Her heart is made of ice and stone. She creates a group of huntsmen, hence the title, to make up for the loss of a child. Spoiler alert. But there's one rule in her kingdom. No one loves. Forget about love if you lived in Emily's kingdom. Hence, why the banishment of Eric, aka the Huntsman, aka Chris Hemsworth. He does find love. He never forgot his humanity, you could say. He always had a kind streak, and which was forbidden to the Queen, or actually her name is Freya. And let's just say that, my friend, was Emily's downfall. Let's say now. Now, the way that they did Emily's magic was so beautiful. You really could feel the cold. I am going to make a comparison to Narnia in terms of ability. Now, that's actually what the evil queen in Narnia had her abilities, which was ice and snow. She just had the ice, not necessarily the snow. But this seemed a bit more realistic and very much in tone of ability to what we saw Charlene's in the first one. You can see it's in my hand. I highly recommend it. You can watch this with or without seeing Snow White and the Huntsman, but I think you would get a better depth if you have seen Snow White and the Huntsman. Now, there is one more movie in the collection. There's a couple of more movies in this collection. My mum just reminded me of another one. Next time, Mirror, Mirror. And I shall see you very soon to talk about this movie and others. Now, write your comments down below. Do you like Snow White? Well, Snow White and its sequel, The Huntsman, Winter's War. I shall see you very, very soon. And beside, you will see I will make a link to Snow White and the Huntsman, and also a link to the rest of the series. And I shall see you very, very soon. Ciao!